Hello friends, welcome to today's GCC class, and in this class we will see the Hadoop distributed file system, that is HDFS part 1, and this is another important question from 4th unit programming model. In this class we will discuss about the architecture of HDFS, name node, data node, secondary name node, checkpoint node and backup nodes. First, let us discuss something about the Hadoop library from Apache. That is, Apache is actually invented this Hadoop, and the Hadoop is open source implementation of MapReduce codes and released by Apache using Java language. And Hadoop implementation of MapReduce uses HDFS, that is Hadoop Distributed File System. Here, Hadoop core is divided into two fundamental layers. First layer is MapReduce layer and second layer is HDFS layer. First, let us see the MapReduce engine. It is the computation engine running on top of HDFS as its data storage manager. And second one is HDFS, which is a distributed file system inspired by GFS, that is Google File System. Google File System that organizes files and stores their data on the distributed computing system. Next one is HDFS architecture. HDFS has a master-slave architecture which containing a single name node as master and number of data nodes as workers, that is slaves. So it is having one single master node and more number of data nodes. Data node 1, data node 2, data node 3, and all these are controlled by this master node. To store file in this architecture, HDFS splits the file into fixed size block. For example, 64 MB per block. Block size may be the 64 MB and stores them on data node, that is workers node or slave nodes. The mapping of blocks to data node is determined by the name node only, because this is the master and this is going to map which block will be stored into which data node. And the name node also manages the file system's metadata as well as the namespaces. And now let us see what is metadata and namespaces and how these two things will be maintained by name node as well as the data node. Okay. So namespace is the area maintaining the metadata, and metadata refers to all the information stored by the file system and that is needed for overall management of all files. That is, the metadata containing the information about all the files will be stored in this name node, and the place where the data, that is metadata, is stored called as namespaces. And for example, a name node in the metadata stores all information regarding the location of input splits or blocks. The very huge file will be divided into number of blocks and those blocks will be stored in data node. So each data node, usually one per node in a cluster, that manages the storage attached to the particular node, and each data node is responsible for storing and retrieving its files, that is file blocks. And this is the architecture of HDFS. Here we are having one single name node and more number of data nodes. And in this diagram we are having 5 different data nodes. Data node 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. And here first 3 data nodes will be stored in rack 1 and remaining data nodes will be stored in rack 2. Here we are having more number of blocks, block 1, block 2, so more number of blocks will be there, and these blocks are otherwise called as the input split. The size of blocks is 64 MB and the client is going to read and write those blocks with the help of name node, and the information, that is the metadata, is actually stored in this name node. As we have already seen, the HDFS follows the master-slave architecture. Here each cluster comprises a single master node and more number of slave nodes. That is, master node is called as name node, and slave nodes are called as data nodes. data nodes. And internally, the files get divided into one or more blocks, and each block is stored on different slave machines depending on the replication factor. Here the master node, that is name node, that stores and manages the file system namespaces, information about blocks, that is blocks of files like block location, permission, etc. And the slave node, which is called as data node, that will stores the data blocks of files. And here let us discuss different nodes in Hadoop file system architecture. Apart from this name node and data node, we are additionally having secondary name node, checkpoint node and backup node. Let us discuss all these nodes in detail the following session. The functions of name node. Here the name node executes the file system namespace operations like opening, renaming, closing the files and directories. And the name node manages and maintains all data nodes. It determines the mapping of blocks of the files to the data nodes. And name node records each changes made to the file system namespaces. It keeps the location of each blocks of a particular file, and name node takes care of the replication factor of all blocks. Name node receives heartbeat and block report from all data nodes that ensures the data node is alive. So to check whether the data node is alive or not by using this heartbeat. And if the data node fails, the name node chooses new data node for new replications. And next one is HDFS data node. Data node are the slave nodes in HDFS, and data nodes are expensive commodity hardware. They stores block of files. And now the functions of data node. The first one is data node is responsible for serving the client, that is read and write operations. And based on the instructions from name node, data node performs block creation, replication and deletion. And data node sends heartbeat to name node to report the health of HDFS. And data node also sends block reports to name node to report the list of blocks it contains. Next one is secondary name node. That is, apart from primary name node and data node, we are having secondary name node, and it works as a helper node to the primary name node. But it does not replace the primary name node. It is going to simply help the name node, primary name node. The problem in single name node are the importance of secondary name node. When name node starts, the name node merges this fs image file as well as the edit log file to restore the current file system namespaces. Since the name node runs continuously for a long time without any restart, the size of edit log files will become too large. This will result a long restart time for a name node. Hence, the secondary name node is very important here to reduce this restart time. Here we are having primary name node and secondary name node. So this is the primary name node. Primary name node, that is master node. Master node. So from the master node, the secondary name node will download the fs image and edits from the primary name node. And it queries name node for edit logs. That is, if there is any additions in this new edit files, it will ask for the new edits and it will download the updated edit logs and copy the updated FS image back to the name node. After doing all the updation, it will copy back to the FS file image to the primary name node. And now let us see some more detail about the secondary name node. First, the secondary name node downloads the FS image files and edit log from the name node. Right, as per the diagram we have seen already that the secondary name node download the FS image file as well as the edit log files from the name node. And the secondary name node periodically applies the edit log to FS image and it will refresh the edit log file so that the size of edit log files will be very much reduced. Okay, and the updated FS image is sent to the name node so that the name node does not have to reapply the edit logs that records during the restart. So it will automatically reduce the restart time of the name node. Okay, primary name node. And the secondary name node keeps the edit log file size is small and it reduces the name node restart time. Okay, so the name node restart time is highly dependent on the edit log file. Okay, if the file size is small, then automatically the restart time will also be small, right? And if the name node fails, that is the primary name node fails, then the last saved FS image file, which is actually on the secondary name node, that can be used to recover the file system metadata. Okay, so if name node fails, we can immediately recover all the data from the secondary name node. And the secondary name node performs the regular checkpoints in HDFS. So these are the importance of the secondary name node, right? And now let us move to the checkpoint node. The another important node in HDFS is checkpoint node. Okay, it is a node that periodically creates the checkpoints of the namespace, right? And the checkpoint node in Hadoop that will first download the FS image file and edit from the active name node. Active name node means primary name node or the master node, isn't it? So first it will download the FS image file and edit log file. After that, it merges the FS image and edits locally. That is, this particular checkpoint node will merge these two files and the updated version will be uploaded to the name node. Okay, it will do three things. First one is it will download the FS image and edit from name node, and second one, it will merge the FS file and edit log files locally. After that, the edited one will upload to the name node, right? Okay, it stores the latest checkpoint in the directory that has the same structure as the name nodes directory. Okay, it should maintain the same structure of the name nodes directory, and this permits the checkpointed images. Okay, periodically it will create a checkpoints, isn't it? So the checkpoint images to be always available in the checkpoint node for reading by the name node whenever it requires. Okay, so these are the importance of this checkpoint node. And next one is the backup node. Okay, this is also another important node in this HDFS. Okay, a backup node provides the same checkpointing functionality just like this checkpoint node, right? Okay, in this Hadoop, backup node keeps in-memory up-to-date copy of the file system namespace. Okay, FS file and edit log files, right? And it always synchronized with the active name node state. Okay, then only if there is any failure in the name node, immediately we can take the backup from the backup node, right? So the backup node checkpoint process is more efficient as it only needs to save the namespace into local fs image file as well as the reset edit files. It will always available in the backup node. So the name node supports one backup node at a time. So in any system there should be one backup node, right? Up to this we have seen the HDFS architecture, and after that we have seen the name node, data node, secondary name node, checkpoint node and backup node. Okay, so the remaining things we will see in the next class. Thank you.